Welcome, one and all.
Check out this week's live stream.
Welcome to the show.
Hello, I'm Jimmy, and welcome to my house.
Ballcat Nation. Assemble.
Let's go. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, Ballcat Nation. How are you today? I know it is maybe not the best of circumstances that we get together today. There is the lockout is official, the news, the content, it's everywhere. And I'll give you guys a minute of my opinion on it. But this stream today, this video is grading the free agency deals we're going to take a look at. The majority, I want to say 90% of the deals, the impact deals, in my opinion, we're going to grade the deals. Maybe we'll throw some polls out there in the chat, let you guys do some grading. I'll give you my grades. You have opportunity in the chat to voice your grade when we're talking about the players. We're going to grade the deals. There's talk that the Stroman deal, a lot of people don't like the Stroman deal, think he got overpaid. Some people love the Chris Taylor deal. Some people hate the Max Scherzer deal. Some people love the Max Scherzer deal. We are going to grade the deals in today's stream. So I am glad that you all are here to hang out and spend some time on a Thursday, a somber Thursday, if you will, with the whole situation with the lockout. And we see how long it lasts. Again, I will give you my general feeling on the lockout. Again, thank you to everybody that is here live. What's going on? So, all right, the lockout. I listened to Manfred's thing earlier today. It is a tactic that is used to try to help get a deal done. That's where we're at, all right? How long is this going to last? I couldn't tell you. My gut says that we won't get anything done until, really, the two sides, the one way the players can sort of shift the balance, and right now the owners are trying to take control of the leverage with the lockout. The one way that the players can start to get some leverage back in a lockout scenario is to not force things, not rush into a deal, but to wait. If you're on the player's side, you want them to wait because the owners will not start to feel the pressure, because right now the owners are trying to apply the pressure to the players. The owners will not start to feel the pressure until they start to look at the calendar and realize, oh, we might lose some games. Then they start losing money. That is unfortunately when the owners will start to feel pressure. They are not going to feel pressure until February, the owners. The players, right off the bat, you start to feel pressure. You've got unsigned players. You've got players that are on the low end of the salary scale. You got all of that going on. So that's the unfortunate news. I do not believe we will lose games. Anybody that is worried that this lasts long, I know Paxton put out a tweet where he felt that the last agreement that they came to set up for a war in 2021, alluding to we could lose a significant amount of games. I do not believe that will happen. I do believe the two sides will figure something out, whether they come to an agreement on a new CBA or they agree to extend the current one for 1 calendar year, and then we don't want to do it, but we end up in this boat all over again. I cannot imagine they want to lose games. Here's why. You don't want to lose games because if you're looking at it from the owner's perspective, think about it. 2020, you had no fans. 2021, you had a percentage of your fans. Some got them all back. Some got them all back right away. Some got them all back mid-season. Some never got them all back. Toronto never had a full house. So you have a situation, and Toronto didn't actually play in Toronto until late in the season. So you have these situations where the owners have lost a ton of money. So they do not want to jeopardize the entire 2022 season. That would essentially be 3 straight years for the owners not having their revenue. So I cannot see it. I just don't see a world in which the owners let this thing go. The players, they want to get out there. The players, there will get to a point where the players could start to look like the villains if they're the ones that delay this thing and we lose games. So both sides look bad if we get to a situation where we lose games. I don't think we lose games. Now, does that mean we get a deal done in the next couple weeks or the next month or the next 2 months? I'm skeptical. Does it mean we get a deal in February? February, to me, is when a deal gets done. And listen, that's not great for anybody, right? We get no player movement news. The last week was incredibly fun. It was a great time. I had a blast. I know you guys had a blast. So it was a lot of fun. And the good news is when the lockout is lifted, we will fire that right back up, especially if it gets done in February. There will be a time crunch again to get deals done because teams will be finalizing their rosters. Players will be trying to get with the team to go to report to spring training. So you will have a crunch again when we come out of the lockout. Now the question is just how much fatigue will there be from the fan base, because Passan and Heyman and Rosenthal and Morosi and Nightingale and all of them are going to be reporting the news. And the news, for the most part, is not going to be good over the next couple of months. You're going to hear a lot. You're going to see a lot of posturing. You're going to see a lot of battling for public opinion and public sympathy. This is going to be crazy. So we should get it done. But again, I do feel this is not a great day. Unfortunately, instead of talking about all the deals that happened yesterday, the lead story is the lockout, which rightfully so is the lead story. But no one's talking about Stroman's deal. No one's talking about Turner's deal. No one's talking about the Red Sox pitching. That's what we would like to talk about today. Are those deals and the rumors about Story and Bryant and Kershaw? Is Kershaw going to go to the Rangers, Dodgers? That's what we want to talk about. That's what I want to talk about, but they're locked out. We don't know what is going to happen. And I put it out on my Twitter last night. I couldn't fall asleep last night. I think I fell asleep at 4 a.m., guys. By scrubbing the website, I'm pretty sure Baseball Savant has been scrubbed. The YouTube pages have been scrubbed. Rob Manfred today in his press conference says that was a legal situation, a legal thing. And maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But that doesn't look good. That hurts the fans. The fans that now are missing baseball cannot go to MLB sources to watch baseball. You can watch baseball from retired players, maybe. I think they've got old clips. They've got reporters, they've got front office. You got that, but you can't watch baseball highlights unless you find a YouTube channel like mine that has abided by the fair use clauses and put baseball content, taken baseball videos and put them up. So if you are missing baseball video highlights, things like that, I do have some of that stuff up. Again, abiding by the fair use clause and all of that. So we do that. Jason, I was thinking about grading trades. Here's what I did. I have we're gonna pull up the free agent signings. The trades, we can maybe touch on it. I might save that for tomorrow, for something we can talk about tomorrow. I was looking at the trades, and I have a feeling we're gonna spend a good amount of time on the free agents, that the trades just wouldn't get their just due, so we could hold the trades for a stream tomorrow, and that would put more of a spotlight on the trades. So we can talk about the free agency today. We talk about the trades tomorrow, because again, my goal, I'm done talking about the lockout. My goal is to give you guys an escape from all of the content that is negative and is depressing. That is my goal today with today's stream, is to let's take a minute and forget about it. Let's talk about the deals. Let's grade the deals. So we are going to do that. One thing I do want to remind you guys, make sure to smash that like. We want to try to get to 100 likes as quickly as we can. So make sure to smash that like if you haven't used your like yet. And I'm also going to send a link out to everybody on Twitter to make sure if you are, if any of the Twitter followers, so they don't miss what's going on here. Let's get this ready. Let's get this ready. Let's get this going. Okay. We get that out. We're going to dive into the deals. Let everybody on Twitter know what we're doing. All right. Good morning, Rocky. It is. It is. So let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Let's grade the deals. There are some good deals, and I want you to know that if you saw the thumbnail when you were coming in, those grades mean nothing. Random numbers. I know I put an F over Kevin Gausman. I'm basically trolling myself, okay? That's my team. Obviously, it's not an F. In a way, just to acknowledge that, I'm sort of trolling myself. Jays fans, you know that I do not believe that the Kevin Gausman deal is an F. So, trolling myself. I didn't want to put an F for you Cubs fans out there. Didn't want to put an F over Stroman. I thought that would have been unfair. That would have been unrightfully trolling. So I didn't do that. But let's take a look at these deals. Again, I want to give you guys a chance as well. So to voice your opinion about this. This is a collaborative thing. This is an interactive thing. Always with you guys. I'm just pulling something up so that I can make sure that I can do something for you guys. Are we good? We're good. 56 likes. We are 183 in. We are 43 likes away. Make sure to smash that like, and we will dive into this thing. Oh, boy, that's way too. Wait, okay, no, that'll work. All right, let's go, guys. Let's get into the deals. Jeremy, good to see you, and welcome. Pass has been laid for Red Sox to sign Schwarber with the Renfroe trade. I agree with you, Jeremy. I agree with you. Let's do it, guys. Let's get into the signed deals, and let's assign some grades. Right off the bat, we're going to start with, we got 5 that we're going to go through. We're not going to do the poll for every single one of these. We will be here for 3 hours. I'll give you my feeling on it. I encourage you. I encourage you, if you want to put your, here's what we're going to do. Put the player name and your grade for anybody that's on the board right now. Go right ahead. I encourage you, Ballcap Nation, to be heard. Give me your grade. We're going to start with Clint Frazier. Clint Frazier getting a 1-year deal from the Cubs, $1.5 million. Eric, welcome to Ballcap Nation. Thank you for subscribing. Happy to have you in here. Let me move that actually so it doesn't totally block everything. Where can I put that? I think I'll put it maybe right here. That should be okay. All right. Again, give me your grade for Clint Frazier. Never really got a chance with the Yankees. Never had room. He got hurt. There was a lot that was going on with Clint Frazier. It never worked out for Clint Frazier with the Yankees. Now he's going to get a shot with the Cubs, and I absolutely love the idea for Clint Frazier to go to the Cubs. I don't want to give it an A because, listen, I'm going to be tough with the A's. All right, I am going to be tough with the A's. I see some A's and some B pluses. Frazier's a B plus. I am going to give it a B. I like the deal a lot. Clint Frazier to the Cubs is a B move. It's a good deal. He finally gets a chance to get some regular playing time. And if he does well, you know, it's all on him to try to parlay that into a big contract. Maybe he comes back to the Cubs because the Cubs took a chance on him, or he goes somewhere else. If he loves it in Chicago, then he can, you know, sign a big deal with him, with the Cubs, and stay there, or he can go somewhere else and get the big contract. But a good deal. Good job by the Cubs. Again, the league minimum next year will be about $600,000. So you get Clint Frazier for 1.5. Joker, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Ballcap Nation, Joker. And again, shout out to all of you. Shout out to Ballcap Nation. Last night late. It was late. We reached 15,000 subscribers, so I appreciate you all. Thank you all. Big support from Ballcap Nation. I truly appreciate you. Thank you for that. That was fun last night. Almost everybody had left. I checked it. I refreshed it as we were leaving, and it was like, and the number it was there. It was 3 away, and then the couple hundred people that were still there hit the sub, and we jumped over 15. So that was exciting. Severino, we are to Severino. See, I like the Severino deal. Severino was, in my opinion, one of the best catchers on the free agent market. He wasn't supposed to be on the free agent market, but the Orioles let him go. So he goes to the Brewers on a 1-year, $1.9 million deal. I like these low-risk, high-reward deals. I think Pedro Severino is a low-risk, high-reward deal. Now, is he going to light it up and, hit 30 home runs? I mean, what's the ceiling for Pedro Severino? It's not that high, but neither is the dollar amount. I'm actually going to give Severino to the Brewers a B. It's a good opportunity for him. It is a good deal for the Brewers. Realistically, you got to have 2 catchers in today's game. You just do. I know Wilson Contreras put the emojis up of the plane lifting off and landing somewhere else, but Contreras and Gomes could be the 2 in Chicago. So we got B for Severino. I see a lot of C's and B's. We're basically on the same page. I understand. If you want to go C, I go B. I think it's in the end is a good deal. Those are the 2 deals that we had that came in under $2 million. Next up is Yoshi Tsutsugo going to the Pirates, a 1-year, $4 million deal. This might be under the radar to some. I think everybody knows Yoshi. Don't worry, Nightwalker. We'll get there. We are going to get there. Like I said, I like these low-risk, high-reward deals. Yoshi to the Pirates. Yoshi, when he went to Pittsburgh, found it. Yoshi Tsutsugo with the Pittsburgh Pirates jumped. All of a sudden, he figured it out. After flaming out with Tampa, after flaming out with the Dodgers, Yoshi Tsutsugo went to the Pirates and posted an OPS of 883. Is he going to be 883 all the way through a full season? No, probably not. I do not believe that. But I think going to Pittsburgh, now, maybe it's a little bit more money than I would have thought, but I do like the move for Pittsburgh. I think it's a good deal. 1 year, $4 million. Listen, I know you're gonna listen. It is not gonna be all B's, but I like the deal. I like the deal at the end of the day. Give me the B. I see B's and C's and D's in the chat. I like it. It's not a lot of money. There is some big reward there if he actually can be anywhere close to what he did. 43 games, 8 home runs, and an 883 OPS with the Pirates. He's only going to be, this is going to be his age 30 season. Could you see Yoshi Tsutsugo cranking out 25, 30 home runs maybe? I can see him getting to 25 home runs. On $4 million, that's a good deal. And then you could maybe trade him at the deadline and get a prospect. So with all that in mind, I give Yoshi a B. Cesar Hernandez is next up. 1 year, $4 million to the Washington Nationals. I'll be honest with you. This is a ho-hum deal to me. You guys comment in the chat, where do you have Cesar Hernandez? This is a ho-hum. I mean, he had a player option for like $12 million or $14 million or something like that. He was not good when he was traded to the White Sox. Cesar Hernandez to the Nats. It's not a lot of money, but I don't know how much production he's going to give you. Nats basically just filling a spot. I'm going to give Cesar Hernandez a C. I see a lot of you guys going C and D and a couple Bs. I'm going to go C. I'd give it a C+, but it's in the C range for me, Cesar Hernandez. Next up, it's Roberto Perez. 1 year, $5 million to the Pirates. Roberto Perez is falling apart. Roberto Perez is just doesn't look like he's gonna try to revive his career. I don't know what the Pirates are going to get. What is Roberto Perez at this point? Roberto Perez could end up getting cut if he continues to do what he is done. So, Roberto Perez, comment in the chat what you think about Roberto Perez. While you do that, we'll pull up Roberto Perez's numbers real fast and talk about what he did in 2021. A 149 batting average, coming off a 165 batting average in 2020. That coming off of what looked like maybe this guy's going to be an offensive producer. 24 home runs in 2019, but it just has been bad. I almost think the Pirates shouldn't have even signed him. There are other options out there. They're hoping that he can discover something, but if you're hoping he's going to discover something, I think you're giving him that Pedro Severino contract. I would have rather had Severino. So I'm going to give it a D for Roberto Perez. I just don't. Again, we got some D's and C's and F's. The Perez line there, right? Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the deal. I get the depth. You're adding a player. That's good. That's why it's not an F. All right, you're adding a player. You need a catcher. You got to have multiple catchers to get through the season. $5 million seems like a lot. I feel like you need the Severino contract. Severino will have a much more productive season than Roberto Perez. So we give Roberto Perez to the Pirates a D. Next up, Rich Hill to the Red Sox. 1 year, $5 million. I'm going to go on the record. I like what the Red Sox did with their starting pitching, adding depth. They bring in Rich Hill. They bring in James Paxton. They bring in Michael Wacha. These are all, for the most part, low risk, high reward probabilities. Rich Hill, this is going to be his age 42 season. So eventually Rich Hill's arm is going to fall off, guys. Eventually Rich Hill's arm falls off. But, and what a spectacle it would be if it happens in a game. But in 2021, with Tampa, 19 starts, 6-4, 3.87 ERA. Went to the Mets, made 12 starts, a 3.84 ERA. He went 1-4 because he wasn't getting any run support with the Mets. But wow, like, you're going to get a guy that could be a mid-threes. In 2020 with Minnesota, he was 3.03. In 2019, he was 2.45. That was only 13 starts with the Dodgers. But this guy from 2017 to 2021, late 30s and early 40s, his ERA, 3.66, 2.45, 3.03, 3.86. Not bad. Not bad. KD, I don't think I agree with. I don't think Rich Hill's washed up. And it's 1 year, $5 million. When we're talking about what's the money going to buy you, would you rather spend $5 million on Roberto Perez or $5 million on Rich Hill? Considering what the Red Sox needed to do, this is close to an A. This is close to an A. I see some C's coming in there. I think this is close to an A. I'm not going to give it an A, though. I'm going to give it a B. A's are going to be rare on the board. I'm going to give this Rich Hill a B. It would be a B plus. Let's do this. I want to make sure, because I feel like we need to make sure we needed to figure some stuff out here. Hold on. Let's add this in. All right. So I'm giving it a B plus. We need the pluses. I wasn't going to be adding pluses, but we got to do it. B plus for Rich Hill to the Red Sox. We had a minus somewhere, didn't we? We had a minus for. I think we had a minus for Tsutsugo. We'll just leave it at that. Sub 4 ERA only for exactly, big boy. I know, that's what I'm saying. That's a good deal. James Kole, he's going to be entering his age 42 season, but it doesn't seem to matter. The way he pitches, it's not about the fastball. If you go up against him, you kind of look at him, you're thinking, all right, we got this. Our righty bats are going to crush him, and then he just drives you crazy all game long. So Rich Hill, we're going to give Rich Hill a B plus. What's up, Simply Fall? Good to see you in. So we have Rich Hill. Let's move on to Dylan Bundy. Give me your thoughts on Dylan Bundy. We'll pull up Dylan Bundy to this point. You could argue Dylan Bundy. It has been a disappointing run for him in his career. This guy came up with the Orioles. It's supposed to be good stuff. It has not worked out for Dylan Bundy. So we talk Dylan Bundy. We dive into his numbers. Dylan Bundy in 2021, 2-9 with a 6.06 ERA. This after 2020 looked like Dylan Bundy had figured it out. 6-3 with a 3.29 ERA in 2020. Regresses big time with a 6.06 ERA. And listen, it's not like the walk rate spiked to a Robbie Ray level pre-Blue Jays. It still wasn't, it was high, 3.4 per 9. But listen, he had a 3.2 per 9 in 2019 and was able to post a 4.79 ERA. That's not great. But a 6.06 ERA with the Angels, nothing good going on. It is only a $5 million deal, but you think about the upside. Rich Hill getting a 1-year, $5 million deal. Dylan Bundy getting a 1-year, $5 million deal. It's not hot. It's not great. So we don't have any luck. Alex Cobb, some of these deals, I'll be honest with you, when I was going through, I was going through Spot Track to check all the deals. We might have to add Alex Cobb in because we'll see when we get there. Remind me if we forget Alex Cobb. I'm actually thinking we might have forgot Alex Cobb, but we will add him in, Tyler. We'll add him in. Let's give Dylan Bundy a grade, though. Dylan Bundy, to me, I'm going to go with a D for Dylan Bundy. Give me a D. I'll give it a D plus because maybe there's some upside, but what's a D plus do? You know what? Forget it. He's not even worth the plus. Dylan Bundy, it's a D move. Cole Calhoun to the Rangers. Give me your feeling on Cole Calhoun to the Texas Rangers. 1 year, $5.2 million. What do you feel about Cole Calhoun to the Rangers, everybody? Comment in the chat. Let me know what you think. Cole Calhoun, 1 year, $5.2 million. We'll pull up Cole Calhoun's numbers. Calhoun is going to be entering his age 34 season. Hasn't hit above 235 since 2017. 2019 was the high water mark for home runs at 33. He hit 16 home runs in 2020, among the league leaders with 16 home runs in 2020. But he did not do it again in 2021. Only 5 home runs over 182 plate appearances. It's not a lot of money, though. It's a good depth play. I see some C's in the chat, and I think I agree with you guys. It's not a high C. It's just straight up C. I won't go C minus on it. I'm just going to give it straight up a C. Not a lot of money. A 1-year deal. It, in the end, is a low-risk, high-reward situation. So that's why we go C for Cole Calhoun to the Rangers. A deal where the Rangers actually spent, they didn't go too crazy. Let me ask you this. You think Cole Calhoun or Clint Frazier has a better season in 2022? I actually think Clint Frazier. Clint Frazier's getting a B+. That Clint Frazier deal, the more we think about it, the more we go through these deals that are getting closer to $5 million, it just is what it feels like. So we go C for Cole Calhoun. Let's do Michael Lorenzen to the Reds next. 1 year, $6.7 million deal. Now, many of you might not be too familiar with Michael Lorenzen. The guy wants to apparently hit, right? I believe that is one of his things. He wants to hit. Pitching has not been that great. 2021 with the Reds, a 5.59 ERA. Believe he wants to hit. So what are you feeling about Lorenzen? Dylan, you've got him as a sneaky A-. Pando, B. MLB fan, B. Rachel, C+. Daniel, B. Kyle, Lorenzen might be the steal the Angels need. Pitching depth-wise, B+. Frazier washed. We will find out. And even if he is washed, it's only $1.5 million. We got $5 million going to guys that are washed. Roberto Perez, Dylan Bundy, maybe Cole Calhoun. Clint Frazier for 1.5. Even if he is washed, it's all right. A lot of B's in the chat for Michael Lorenzen to the Angels. I am going to give it, we got some B's, we got some C's. I'm going to give it a C+. I got to see him hit. The pitching isn't there. I got to see him hit. That's my feeling on Michael Lorenzen. So I will give it a C+, and we will wait and see how he can hit. From a pitching standpoint, definitely not what the Angels needed to do. But we will give him a C+. That's where we will live with our boy there. Make sure to hit the like, everybody. We are at 324 in the chat, in the stream, watching live. Thank you to everybody that is here. We're giving you guys an escape from all of the talk about the lockout and the gloom and doom. We are putting that. We're setting that aside, and we are just talking players. We're talking deals. We are grading the deals. So make sure to smash that like. We got to jump. We got to blow past 100. So make sure to hit the like. If you haven't used your like yet, we're at 91. We got to fly past 100. And again, if you're just finding the channel for the first time, make sure to subscribe. Stay close to the channel. We're going to have some fun. It's baseball, MLB, the news, a lot of what's out there might not be fun in the next coming weeks, but we're gonna keep having fun here. That's my goal. That's my goal. Let's move on to page 2. So we put page 1 to bed, and we move to page 2. We look at some other deals. 99 likes, 102 likes. Keep them coming. Let's blow past that 100 number. Let's see how far away we can get away from 100. Keep smashing that like. Again, if you haven't used your like yet. And if you haven't used your like, you can always hit like now and then take it back if I offend you or bomb or just suck. You can always take it back. Thank you guys for hitting that like. We jumped past 100. We're at 110 and counting. I appreciate you. Let's keep going. Michael Wacha. So another Red Sox starting pitching deal. Low risk, high reward. We're starting to get up there with the dollar amounts, okay? We were living in the 5s and 6s and 7s. We start to raise up the dollar amounts as we take a look at Michael Wacha and what he could maybe bring to the Red Sox. I'll let you guys give me your grade for Wacha. So, entering his age 30 season, which actually that might sound surprising because it feels like Michael Wacha's been around forever because he kind of has. This will be his 10th season in the majors. He came up at the age of 21 back in 2013. His 10th year in the bigs. It feels like he's been around forever because he kind of has, but he's not old. It's only going to be his age 30 season. The other piece that maybe makes you feel like he's been around for a while is he's not been that great the last few years. A 4.76 ERA in 19, a 6.62 ERA in 2020. Found it a little bit with the Rays. That 5.05 is nice, but I'll be honest with you, if you're with the Rays, I kind of want you to have a better ERA than 5.05. I almost feel like you leave the Rays and you will regress some. So comment in the chat where you think this Michael Wacha deal is. I feel like you leave Tampa, you will have a regression. Carlos, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Ballcat Nation, Carlos. I appreciate you. I'm happy to have you here. Welcome to our community. I feel like this Wacha deal, 5.05 ERA, if he's going to regress, but at the end of the day, it's a one-year deal. A one-year deal. We got a lot of C's. Tyler giving it an A. Dale with a C. Robert with a C. Pando with a C minus. Dirk Schwarzer is pissing you off. Take the money. Fine, who wouldn't, but who is he going to blame for his dead arm in 2022? For Scherzer, we will talk about Scherzer very soon. Brady, amazing against the Yankees. B. Rachel, C+. D for Wacha from Rocky. Julio, C-. Andrew, C. How the hell did Heaney get 8.5? Heaney get 8.5? It's a great question, man. There was a lot of hype around him being the next Robbie Ray project, which isn't going to happen because Robbie Ray had already been with the Blue Jays. Andrew Heaney was not with the Dodgers. It's not like he had worked with the pitching coach and they had established something. And Andrew Heaney's had never reached the heights that Robbie Ray had reached at one point with the Diamondbacks. Yeah, I agree with you on Heaney. It's nuts. Michael Wacha, Simply Fog C, Kyle D, Wayne D, Sky P C, Gavin C minus, Robert C, Airsbell F, Daniel C, Boogs B, Daniel L, Dylan coming hard with the numbers, rating the page. I appreciate you there, Dylan. Let's go. And Alex, thank you for subscribing. Celtics 1051, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Ballcap Nation 2. I'm going to give this Wacha deal a C+. I'm giving it a C+ because it's a 1-year deal. If this was a 2-year deal for Michael Wacha, no, I'm not giving it a C+. I take that back. I'm giving it a straight up C. It's not a C+. It's not that close to a B. Give me a C for Michael Wacha. High reward opportunity here, but I worry he regresses. Let's go to Daniel Hudson to the Dodgers. 1 year, $7 million. The Dodgers lose out on Corey Knebel. He goes to the Phillies. That is a deal we will talk about. Give me your feelings on Corey Knebel. Or I'm sorry, Daniel Hudson. Dylan, you had a C+ on Hudson. Daniel Hudson, sort of, Blue Jay fans, we know him. He was with us for a minute back in 2019. Turned it into a championship with the Nats. Closed it out, was the closer for the Nats in the World Series in 2019. All of this after it looked like his career had fallen apart. When he went to Toronto, he was coming off seasons with an ERA in the 4s and the 5s, the 3 previous seasons. 2019, pulled it together. 1.44 ERA with the Nats down the stretch. Again, was closing games out in the postseason when they won the World Series. Back to Washington in 2020, wasn't good. 2021, spent time with the Nats, was traded to the Padres, was doing well with the Nats. 2.2 ERA, 31 games with the Nats, but then with San Diego, 5.21 ERA over 23 games. Nothing was going well in San Diego at that point, though. Do we think that Hudson goes to the Dodgers and gets it done? It's a nice replacement for Corey Knebel, who's gone, and you don't know if Joe Kelly's going to be back. So Hudson certainly adds to the bullpen. Tyler with a C+, Pando B, MLB Fan C, Thomas C, The Goat King B-, Robert B, let's see, Brady C+, Tyler C+, Andrew B, Boris D for Hudson. I am falling on Daniel Hudson. I feel like it is a C+. That is my feeling on Daniel Hudson. It's not a lot of money. It's a 1-year deal, but what are they going to get out of him? I'm going to give it a C+. Slider, you have a C on that. Let's go to Corey Kluber. 1 year, $8 million. One of the predictions that I got right was Corey Kluber to the Rays. He goes there on a 1-year deal, $8 million. Comes off a season with the Yankees where he started 16 games, 5-3, 3.83 ERA. You got to think that Kluber to the Rays is going to be his age 36 season. Will he have a similar year to what he did with the Yankees? I think so. So we're talking about 16 to 20 starts. I just see him getting hurt again. But it is a 1-year deal for $8 million. If he goes out there and give him a 3.83 ERA over 20 starts, that'll work for the Rays. It's a nice deal, high upside deal. See a lot of B pluses, a lot of A's. You guys like this deal. A, B plus, B. They will make him Kluber. We will see. Listen, anybody that goes to the Rays, watch out. I am going. Like I said, A's are going to be tough to get out of me today. I like your guy. A lot of love for this deal. Elite Gamer, you got it a D plus. Elite Gamer's not buying it. Thomas says B. Daniel A. Mets Genius B plus for the sole fact it's a 1-year deal. It's a good move. Goat King A plus. Arisbell A. Andrew A. I'm going to give Corey Kluber to the Rays a B. That is my feeling. I don't think I'm going to give it a B plus. At this point, let's go back to the first page. B plus would be right up there. That would be the highest grade we have given. I'm not ready to give it a B plus. It's close to a B plus, though. It's close. We'll go through the board. Maybe I'll add the plus there. Stays healthy, B plus. I respect you guys for the A's. If you love it that much, Ballcat Nation, for those of you that like it that much, I respect that. I respect that opinion. Now, if I was thinking Corey Kluber was a D and you guys were thinking it was an A, then we would have a difference of opinion. But we're basically in the same park. Yeah, a good again with the Rays, Ethan. The Rays definitely a big part in making that a good deal. Let's talk Kirby Yates. I am surprised Kirby Yates got a multi-year deal to the Braves, and I want you guys to comment with your thoughts on Kirby Yates. I am surprised he got a multi-year deal. Any of my Braves fans that are in here, how are you feeling about this? Doesn't throw a single pitch for the Blue Jays. So Kirby Yates, Blue Jays legend, signs one of the three deals, big deals that made headlines for the Blue Jays, but then he never throws a pitch. 2020, he only appeared in 6 games, got hurt. Last time we saw Kirby Yates dealing was 2019. It was great. We had a great Kirby Yates year in 2019. We had a great Kirby Yates year in 2018. Outside of that, we really haven't had great Kirby Yates. But he is going to be, let's see, his age. He's going to be entering his age 35 season. So what do you think? I'm surprised it's a multi-year deal. There's a club option for a third at $5.75 million. 2 years, $8.25, so cut in half. It's about $4 million a year. Dale, as a lifelong Braves fan, you don't like it. Elite Gamer, you got a B. Julio, you got a B+. Goat King, B+. Thomas, D. Dale, D. Alex, A-, and you're a huge Braves fan. Jimmy, D. Goat King, B+. Lionheart, D. I'm going to give Kirby Yates... Oh, I forgot. I gotta put this back down at the bottom. I don't know. It's not a lot of money per year, but it is 2 years. You don't know how much you're going to get out of Kirby Yates. I'm going to give it a C+. If it works out well, they've got the club option, and they can bring him back, and it won't cost a lot. I'll give it a C+. That's what I'm saying, Boris. That's what I'm saying. I won't go that far to D- because it's not a ton of money. But a multi-year deal for a guy who went out early in 2020 with an injury, lost 2021 with an injury, I'll give it a C+. Upside is big. Upside is big. I agree with that. And again, maybe Kirby Yates had a bunch of one-year deal offers, and that's what the Braves needed to do to get him, was offer him a 2-year deal. Andrew Heaney's next. 1 year, $8.5 million. Andrew Heaney, Yankee fans. I feel like this is almost a joke. Andrew Heaney was maybe one of the worst trade acquisitions in the history of baseball. For pitchers who actually, or players who actually played. I'm sure you've got trades that happen and players never played for their teams. But for players that actually played, this is one of the worst trades in the history of baseball. 7.32 ERA with the Yankees. And he wasn't showing anything good with the Angels with a 5.27 ERA. And he hadn't shown anything good leading up to it either. 4.46 ERA in 2020. 4.91 ERA in 2019. 4.14 in 2018. Those were his prime years. He's now entering his age 31 season. So he's starting to turn to the back nine of his prime. Dude, why does he get $8.5 million? Why does he get $8.5 million? We might have our first F. Elite Gamer D, Tom, F. Yikes. The F's, I see it, Matthew. They're coming strong. Goat King, F. Dale, F. Nightwalker, D-. Brady, C-. I'm telling you guys, Andrew Heaney, I think we might have our first F. I don't even know if I can go D on this deal because it just reeks. There's no way he is a Robbie Ray project. There's no way. I don't see it. He's never reached the heights that Robbie Ray reached, so we are going F on Andrew Heaney. F's for Heaney is what it is. Brooks Raley going to the Rays, a 2-year, $10 million option for Brooks Raley. Brooks Raley was a good piece for Houston. Did some good stuff in the playoffs. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me back that up. In the postseason, in the World Series, he did well. In the World Series, Raley went and pitched Where did it go? It was just here. Standard pitching, advanced pitching, postseason pitching. In the World Series, Raley, 4 games, 1 run allowed. In the ALCS, 3 games, 1 run allowed. So Raley was a dependable arm coming out of the bullpen in the postseason. In the regular season, wasn't that dependable. 2-3 with a 4.78 ERA. But he's going to the Rays. He's going to the Rays. It is a bullpen arm to Tampa. He'll be in his age 34 season. It is a 2-year deal. Matthew, you like it on an A. Kyle D, Nightwalker B, Thomas C-, Brady C+, Elite Gamer C. It is a Rays bullpen move. Whenever they make a move, I believe that they've got something good going on. So I will give Brooks Raley, he's a lefty arm. They got a lot of righties. They get a lefty with Raley. I'll give Raley a C+. Let's go to, let's see. Canada, it's not just an F, it's an F- for Andrew Heaney. It's funny. Let's go to Paxton as we get ready to close out this second page. 1 year, $10 million. Club options, $13 million for a second year, $13 million for a third year. The question is, will he be healthy? He sat out last year. Didn't sat out. He got hurt. Could not pitch last year. James Paxton entering his age 33 season. So you get age 33, and if things are well, you go age 34 and age 35. Again, things got to be going well. We've seen him at his best, and I think that there's a chance that if he's healthy, there could be some good stuff there. I see some B's, I see some C's. I'm going to give Paxton to the Red Sox. I'm with a lot of you guys on a B- for James Paxton to the Red Sox. Again, thinking about what the Red Sox need. This is a good deal for James Paxton. This is a good deal for the Red Sox. The Red Sox answering a lot of questions about their rotation. B- for Paxton, C for Michael Wacha, B+ for Rich Hill. Good job by the Red Sox. Boris, B+. Let's move on to Corey Knebel. Phillies, they get the closer. 1 year, $10 million for Corey Knebel. Coming off a season with the Dodgers where he bet on himself, signed a 1-year deal. Was great for the Dodgers. 27 games, a 2.45 ERA, 4-0 on the season. In the postseason in 2021, altogether in the postseason, put up a... Why won't this load? All right. That's not working. Not working. In the postseason, gave up 2 runs over 4, 5, 6, 7 appearances against St. Louis, San Francisco, and Atlanta. Gave up a couple runs in the NLCS. I like the move. I like it. It's almost an A. I would give this an A if there was a club option for another year. But it is a straight up 1-year deal. If he's good, he's a free agent. I would have tried to get a second year, a club option for a second year. It's going to be his age 30 season. I'm going to give Corey Knebel to the Phillies a B+. I like it that much. That is our third B+. Still no A's. It's close to an A, guys. It's very close. I would give it an A if they had been able to work out a second year on a club option. But I like it. They get their closer. I think he's going to do a good job. I know he gets hurt, but I like it. They needed him big time. Yes, Daniel, they did. Let's go to Yimi Garcia, guys. What are your thoughts on Yimi Garcia going to the Blue Jays? 2 years, $11 million, a club option for a third year, $5 million, low AAV for Yimi Garcia. You have to do a 2-year deal for Yimi Garcia. And this is going to be a low blow with the expectation that one of those years is going to be bad. That's just Yimi Garcia. Okay? let's look at his seasons where he has played. At least we'll look at where he's. I don't know what inning minimum do we want to give? Well, let's just do it this way. 2015, a 3.34 ERA. 2016, only 9 games. We won't count that. Didn't play in 2017. 2018, a 5.64 ERA. 2019, 3.61. 2020, 0.60 ERA. Was great for Miami. In 2021, 3.47 with Miami, but then 5.48 with Houston. So Yimi Garcia is a little up and down. He's a little up and down, but the Blue Jays did need the bullpen addition. I see a lot of Bs. I see some C minuses, some C pluses. Tyler with an F, Goat King, C minus. Let me know what you guys think. Keep it coming for another couple seconds. Thomas, C. I like the deal. I don't like it that much, but I do think he can work his way into the circle of trust. Again, it's a 2-year deal. It's not a lot of money. I think if you can get, I think out of that deal, you will get a very good year, and I think you will get a not so good year. So I'm going to give it a C plus on that note. Let's see. Tyler, when Giants saw Yimi Garcia, he was terrible. I'm going to give it a C plus. I see a lot of Bs. I see some B minuses. I see some Cs. We're living in the same park, you and me. I'm going to give it a C plus for Yimi Garcia. Again, 2-year deal. One of those years will probably be really good. One of them will be not so good. Let's move on to page 3. Yan Gomes, 2-year deal to the Cubs. Much to the dismay of Wilson Contreras, who immediately took to Twitter and put up the airplane emojis. Yan Gomes is going to be entering his age 34 season, 2-year deal, $13 million, a club option for a 3rd year at $6 million, not a high AAV, so you like that. With Oakland, split time, 2 teams last year, Washington and Oakland. Combined OPS was 723 with 14 home runs, so he's got a little bit of pop. You need to have 2 catchers, in my opinion, at this point in baseball. We got A's, we got B pluses, we got D, we got B, we got F, we got B minus. Yan Gomes is a nice add. We got a C, we got an F. I am going to give Yan Gomes to the Cubs. How is Heaney or Hudson both not Bs? Any pitcher that goes to Dodgers will become solidly a good pitcher. I'm sorry, man. You really think Andrew Heaney? Is going to be good? I cannot imagine a world where Andrew Heaney is going to be good. I cannot see it. Simply Fog, B plus because we need a backup catcher. He's a good one. We can't repeat last season when we used a lot of catchers. C plus, B, A, F, C plus, D, D, F. I think Yan Gomes is a nice addition. I'm not going to give it a B, though. I'm going to give it a C plus. Let's go C plus on Yan Gomes. And let's move on to Mark Melancon. Interesting move, maybe a head-scratching move for some people. Mark Melancon going to Arizona. I mean, listen, even though Arizona seems to be at the bottom of the pile in the National League West, you know that they're still going to try to compete. Melancon last year, 2.23 ERA, 39 saves. I believe that was tied for the league lead in all of baseball, so there was a mutual option. He bowed out from San Diego. This is going to be his age 37 season. You have 2 years, $14 million, so $7 a year, essentially, and a mutual for the 3rd year. Mark Melancon and his mutual options. Mark Melancon to the Diamondbacks. What do you guys think? There's Alex Cobb. Good deal, Todd. Yeah, I couldn't remember if I added him. Went through everybody. Couldn't remember. Mark Melancon, Arizona gets their closer. There's not a lot of closers on the market. Here's the deal. I'm giving this a B because he is one of the best closers. If you can get one of the best closers out there, there's some respect to that. I'm going to give it a B. I'm almost giving it a B plus because they could trade him. That's the beauty of a 2-year deal. If he is great again, if he does what he did last year in San Diego and in 2020 with Atlanta, you trade him and you're going to get a decent prospect back. So Mark Melancon for Arizona could be trade bait as well. So I like Mark Melancon. I'm going to give it a B. See some C's, see some B's. Next is an F. Larry Garcia. White Sox fans, where are you with this one? Larry Garcia, 3 years, $16.5 million. AAV is decent on that. But with how things were looking at second base, Mega Ray of Light, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Ballcat Nation, Mega Ray. Again, if you're just finding the channel for the first time, make sure to subscribe. Stay close to the channel. This is going to become the official Lockout distraction channel. If you want to still enjoy baseball and not be bummed out, this is the place to be. So Larry Garcia, all of a sudden it looked like Nick Madrigal was ready to be the guy. They traded Nick Madrigal. So he's not going to be the guy. Nick Madrigal to the Cubs. And now you're back with Larry Garcia, going to be entering his age 31 season. So these are 3 guaranteed years. You get age 31, 32, 33. Not a lot of money, but also not a lot of production at the end of the day. White Sox fans that are closer to the situation, listen, I don't sit and watch Larry Garcia highlights. I don't know if he's a good defender or not. It doesn't seem like that exciting of a deal. It doesn't sound like a franchise rallying deal. It's a 3-year deal. Maybe you would rather have gone 1 or 2. Stuart Stock, I might do some baseball card stuff. If you guys are into it, I might do some baseball card stuff. I'll probably put a poll on that on the community page to see if you guys rally around the idea of doing some baseball card content. See, given his role, I mean, they needed a second baseman. He is a good utility guy. I don't think we have given out a D plus yet, but I'm sort of leaning towards D plus. Brent with the D plus there. I feel like this is almost, for it to have gone this way for the White Sox is kind of a disappointment. There was talk of them checking in on Marcus Semien to play second base. Maybe Larry Garcia, if that allows them to go get Nick Castellanos because they get the second base situation figured out this way, maybe we can give it better than that. But, I'll give it a D plus for Larry Garcia. I mean, there's not much there's really no way to sell that. All right, Aaron Loop is next up. Rody97, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Ballcat Nation, Rody. Let's go to Aaron Loop. 2 years, $17 million. With a club option, $7.5 million. The initial reaction to Aaron Loop going to the Angels, there were 2 reactions. The Mets fans jumping off a bridge, and the rest of baseball saying it was overpriced, that the Angels spent too much money for Aaron Loop. There were 2 reactions simultaneously. So Aaron Loop to the Angels, maybe the best left-handed reliever last year, Aaron Loop. 65 games, a 0.95 ERA. What does that mean? That means 6 earned runs allowed in 65 appearances. That's amazing. Canada MMA, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Ballcat Nation Canada MMA. So we have maybe the best left-handed reliever goes to the Angels. It's a lot of money, but the Angels are in a situation where they have to overpay to get deals done. B plus. Let's see. Simply Fog, Brent, Thomas, King, Pando, Jack. You're all coming in with the B plus. Thomas with the B plus plus. Nightwalker, Jose with the A's. Dale, A. Let's see. A lot of A's and a lot of B pluses. Brady, B plus. Jack, as a Mets fan, F. I know. But for a different reason, right? Don't worry, Mets fans. I still think you're going to get one of the others. There's some other good lefties that are out there. Loop was not that good in Toronto, Steven. You are correct. Darren, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Ballcat Nation, Darren. I know they overpaid for him. They had to do stuff for the bullpen. I'm giving it a B plus. I will give it a B plus. A's are hard. There may not be an A in the bunch. Maybe there will be. There may not be an A in the bunch. But we go B plus for Aaron Loop to the Angels. Again, you come out there 65 times. You only give up 6 earned runs. I mean, good. That's amazing. That's amazing. Aaron Loop, what a great season for Aaron Loop, and he gets rewarded. It's an A deal for Aaron Loop. We'll put it that way. If we're looking at it from Aaron Loop's perspective, it's an A. If we're looking at it from the Angels' perspective, it's close. I'll give it a B+. Very good signing for them. All right, let's go. We are almost there. Let's go to Hector Neris. 2 years, $17 million. Club option of $8.5 million for the third year. Hector Neris, Phillies fans, he has driven you crazy. You are probably so happy to see him go. He blows so many saves. He blew 7 saves in 2021. He blew, he saved 5 games and blew 3 games in 2020. In 2019, he blew 6 saves. I guess this isn't fair to really just focus on all the saves he blew. But it just it's been an up and down. It was a rocky affair with Hector Neris. 3.63 ERA last year, 4.57 in 2020, 2.93 in 2019. That was his, you could argue, his best season was 2019. 28 saves, blew 6, so 28 out of 34. Where do you put it? 2 years, $17 million club for 8.5. He's not going to be the closer. Santee City, Neris A+, Astros C-. Right. That's true. For him to get that kind of a deal, that's true. David Knight, welcome in. Good to see you. C. The stuff is there. He's just not a closer. And he won't be a closer, right? A lot of C's. K-Pro with the F. Thomas C-, Tyler F, Robert C. Let's go Hector Neris. It's not a B. I just got to pull this, get one of these back down here. I'm going to go Hector Neris. I'll give it a C. Ross, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Ballcat Nation, Ross. I'll give it a C. I won't go C-. I won't go C+. If he is in the Astros bullpen with a 3.63 ERA, that'll work. It's not great. It's not terrible. I'll give it a C. Brady, you got the D. King with the D. Tyler with the F+. Man. Where was the Dodger fan? It was unbiased Dodger fan. I don't know if you're still here. Was not too happy about the F for Andrew Heaney. I tell you what, unbiased Dodger fan, if you're still here, comment in the chat. If you're still here, we will give Andrew Heaney an F+. If you're still here. Yes, everyone. David, thank you for the reminder. Everybody to hit that like and subscribe if you're just finding the channel. This is going to be a good baseball place during the lockout. We're going to give you guys a distraction from the lockout and have some fun. Eduardo Escobar, 2 years, $20 million, a club option for a third. And I'll be honest with you guys, I could not find what that club option was for a third year. Couldn't find it. If you know what it is, please share. Share with the rest of the class because I have no idea. David Knight, thank you. Hype in the chat. A gold member for 5 months. David, thank you for 5 months. Thank you for that. Congratulations. Appreciate that. Glad to be a member for 5 months. Thank you, David. Thank you again for your continued support. David has been around since the early days. I appreciate you, David. Escobar is going to be in his age 33 season. What do you guys feel? King with an A, Brady with a B-. Escobar is a C. Mets are not doing anything with that. Listen, Mets fans, are you grading Escobar as a C because it's not Javi Baez or Chris Bryant? Or are you grading it truthfully? John with an A, King with an A, Emmanuel B-. Third year 6.7. That could be it. I mean, it's only, listen, Eduardo, guys, it's $10 million a year for Eddie Escobar. Eduardo Escobar with, let's give you the numbers. 2018, 824 OPS. 2019, 831 OPS. 2020, we are throwing 2020 away for everybody here on the channel. That 605 OPS, I don't care. I don't care what he did in 2020. 2021, a combined 786 OPS. And when he went to Milwaukee and entered into a playoff hunt, his OPS improved from 778 to 800. Truthfully, B from Brad, Jack with a B, Slider with a B. For the production they're going to get and the dollars they're going to get, his versatility. You guys are coming with a B. Mets fans, any of you Mets fans that say I hate on the Mets, I'm giving it an A. I'm giving it an A. A club option for a third year. It's a club option, not a player option. Everything about this deal smells good. All right? The payroll flexibility is great. The versatility is great. You can play him in multiple infield positions. The production you're going to get for the AAV is great. I'm giving it an A. It is my first A. You guys have given some A's to some other players. I am giving it an A. $8 million is the club option. I'm giving it an A. I like it. I'm A minus. I'm not. I don't even think I'm going to give it A minus. I'm giving it a straight up A. I love the deal. I absolutely love that you got a guy that's going to put up an OPS of 800. You can put him in multiple positions, which you're going to need because of how many infielders the Mets have as it is. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm a big fan of that. I like the Eddie Escobar deal. This is the first A. That is the first A. There have been a couple close ones. That's the first A. All right, let's go to Alex Cobb. Tyler has been given A for Alex Cobb since we were on page 1 of 5. Tyler with the love for Alex Cobb. Let's talk about Alex Cobb. Let's move on from our first A. Let's get to Alex Cobb. The Giants get an A for what they have done with their starting pitching. They had Logan Webb. That was it. They went out and got Cobb and Descalfani and Wood. They've got Tyler Beatty they could throw in there. They can make some more moves after the deadline. There was still talk about them getting some other pitchers. Cobb last year. Here's the deal. I want you, Tyler. Tyler, tell me why. Why do you think it's an A? If you think it's an A, tell me why. 49er Media, A. Nightwalker, B+. Jack, B. Kyle, B-. Thomas, B. Tell me why. And here is my argument for it not to be an A, and I want your argument for why it is an A. I don't think it's an A. Here's why. 2021 was a nice season with the Angels. He only started 18 games, though. 3.76 ERA. That's not that great. I'll be honest. With the Orioles in 2020, a 4.3 ERA, but again, we are throwing out 2020. Who cares about 2020? 2019, he only started 3 games at 10.95 ERA. He only started 3 games. I don't care. I'm not looking at that. 2018, at the age of 30, still in those prime years, right? 26 to 31, sort of your prime. A 4.9. In 2017 with the Rays, he was 3.66. This is what I talk about. Pitchers leave the Rays and they kind of regress. When he was with the Rays, ERA was 3.42, 4.03, 2.76, 2.87. We're scratching out 2016. He only started 5 games, 3.66. This with the Angels, the first time he got back into the threes. Tell me why. Why do you have him that high? He's not a bad pitcher, and honestly, and Giants pitching coaches are really good. They really polished Tony Watson out from the Angels. Listen, they also did a great job with Gausman. They did a great job with Descalfani. They did a great job with Wood. I agree with you that they have done a really good job. Cobb did have a 2.92 FIP, though, so he clearly got some bad defense and bad luck on those bad seasons. I like I'm not saying I don't like the deal. I just can't give it an A. I just can't give it an A. Here's what I will give you. Alex Cobb to the Giants, I will give you that it is a B. Not a lot of money. There is some low risk, high reward here. It's only a 2-year deal. $10 million a year. You got a club option for $10 million. So if he is pitching great, you control if you bring him back at, listen, $10 million bucks for the upside that I do think he still possesses is a good deal. That's a team-friendly contract. So I'll give it a B. Thank you for explaining that. I'm going to give it a B. I like the deal. Tyler's got an A. Tyler has the A. That's cool. You guys have your A's. I'm cool with that. I'll give it a B. Very fair for you guys to want to go A if you want to do that. We're in the same ballpark. You just love him a little bit more than I do, and that's all good. Let's go to Noah Syndergaard. Noah Syndergaard is next. Anybody can you guess off the top of your head how many innings Noah Syndergaard pitched last year? He pitched 2 innings. Appeared in 2 games. Started both of them, pitched the first inning, and was yanked. Noah Syndergaard, where do we start? Are we sure Noah Syndergaard is good? That's the first question we have to ask. He is going to be entering his age 29 season. We haven't seen Noah Syndergaard be good since he was 25. He's entering his age 29 season. We haven't seen him be good since he was 25. I don't know why, but I felt like I needed to repeat that. 2019, a 4.28 ERA over 32 starts. I kind of feel like that's who he is. I kind of feel like 2019 Noah Syndergaard is who he is, not 2016. 2016 was his all-star year, 14-9, 2.6 ERA, K per 9 rate of 10.7. It was all good. But a couple years later, regress. I mean, listen, he's got one of the best nicknames in sports. He's got maybe the best hair in baseball. Okay, we like that. What do you guys think on Syndergaard? Some D's, some C's, some B's. 2 for hitter-friendly park, you say B minus. C plus, why should there be a club option? There should be. You think he should go to the bullpen? His 30s may be him in the bullpen. Is he really odd? I mean, he's going to be 29. Some people start to have hair loss in their 20s. I mean, is what it is. We all get there at some point. Unless we're really, really, really lucky. We all get there at some point. High risk, high reward for the B. For the dollar amount, you could say it's a high risk. For the contract amount, it's not, because if he flames out, if he makes 5 starts and gets hurt, listen, they're done with him after the year. But it does prevent them. Does it prevent them from signing Rodon? It's almost too early to tell with Syndergaard, because if Syndergaard ends up being the only deal, you wonder if that deal prevented them from getting a Rodon or anything like that. I will give Syndergaard to the Angels a C+. There is upside there. There is a little bit of risk, depending on how you're looking at it. I'm going to give it a C+, because we just don't know what he is. Flower Child with C+, not worth 21 for 1 year. Let's see, already thinking into Simplify. It's all good, man. I'm there. It's happening. It stinks. But like I said, we all get there. Ball 4, too expensive for the bullpen. For this year, no doubt about it. For this year, yeah. I mean, the best closers in baseball are most of them are not getting $20 million. Chapman might be getting $20 million, but he's in New York. I think Chapman might be pushing it. So, yeah, man. Let's see. I'm giving him a C+. 1 year, $21 million. Kendall Graveman. Let's go. Nightwalker, C+ too high. Let's go to Kendall Graveman. Where do you have Kendall Graveman? I honestly really thought he would go back to Seattle. I'm surprised. I almost want to give him an F for going to the White Sox. Not trying to offend the White Sox fans. I know, listen, White Sox fans, you are passionate about your team. You love your team. You're probably going to win the Central next year. But in Seattle, a 0.82 ERA. We talked about how great Aaron Loop was. Kendall Graveman appeared in 30 games with the Mariners and gave up 3 earned runs. That's the same track that Aaron Loop was on. 3 earned runs over 30 appearances with the Seattle Mariners. I don't know why he didn't go back. goes to Houston. Pitched well for Houston. Houston really needed that arm. The bullpen, Houston, of all the playoff teams entering the trade deadline, Houston had blown the most save of all the playoff contenders heading into the trade deadline. So Kendall Graveman was a big get for them. So he goes to the White Sox. He's not going to close. He's never really been exclusively the closer. The 10 saves he got with Seattle in 2021 are the 10 saves he's had in his career. And he's a 7-year pro. So where do we go with Kendall Graveman? Thomas with a B, AJ with an A, Robert with a D, Kyle with an A. They gave him no money. 3 for 24. Derek has become a member. Welcome to Ballcap Nation Platinum, Derek. Welcome to the Platinum Club. Appreciate you. Derek gets the badge. Derek gets the emojis. Derek gets the 2 exclusive to the Platinum Group only videos a month. Thank you, Derek. Welcome to the Platinum Group again. Thank you for that support. I appreciate that. Hype for Derek for joining the Platinum Group. Some B's, some A pluses, some love for Kendall Graveman. It's a good deal for the White Sox. It is a good deal, and all indications are they are going to trade Craig Kimbrell. So I'm going to give it a B for the deal. Ultimately, you get 3 years of secure payment for Kendall Graveman. It's a good deal for him. The White Sox bolster the bullpen. It's a good move, whether he is the 0.82 Kendall Graveman or the 3.13 Kendall Graveman. If he's the 3.13, it's still a B. It's a solid move for the White Sox. It's a solid move for Kendall Graveman. We are going to move to page 4. The deals are going to start to get up there. So, again, make sure to hit that like. What's our number? I don't know what the number is. I'll refresh it. What's our count? We got to get the like count up, I'm sure. Let me just see. We might not. I can't find the link to check it myself. What an L that is on me. 177. Can we jump to 200? 178. We're only 22 likes away from 200. 379 are watching. I appreciate you guys being in here. Thank you. If you're just finding the channel for the first time, again, make sure to subscribe. 20 likes away from 200. Let's jump to 200. Derek, you need an Astros emoji. It could be interesting. That could be interesting. I got to check and see how many new emojis I can add. Because we've got an increase in members, so I do think I can add some new emojis. As we try to jump to 200, 189, we are 11 away from 200. 194, we are 6 away. Let's leave 200 in the rear view. As soon as we hit 200, I'm going to go to slide 4. We're a couple away. We are at 198, 2 away. 202. We are there. Let's move on. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Again, YouTube's algorithms, the way it works, they'll push it out when there are likes. So to grow Ballcap Nation, to grow you guys are Ballcap Nation, to grow, to continue to become this unstoppable force that you are, the more likes that are in there, it grows the channel. YouTube's algorithms push it out. So again, Ballcap Nation grows with the likes. So I appreciate you guys doing that. And I said this last night. I'll keep saying it. This thing in the end is not going to be about me. It's going to be about you guys. Ballcap Nation, unstoppable force. Let's move on to slide 4. Alex Wood. Tyler, where are you? Here we go. 2 of the 3 next are Giants pitchers. Let's go. What do you feel about Alex Wood? Oh, I got to close a couple tabs as I get Alex Wood's numbers up. Alex Wood, I like Alex Wood. Matthew Jones, you've got him as an A. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. Pete, Bills Mafia all day long. Mark's got an A. Andrew C+. Alex Wood, 2 years for $25 million. Alex Wood, last year with the Giants, 3.83 ERA. Alex Wood is another guy that feels like he's getting towards the end of his career because he's a 9-year pro already. This is only his age 31 season. Alex Wood could have 5, 6 more good years in him. Age 31, you're starting to turn the corner to the back 9 of those prime years. But listen, age 31, I still expect you to be productive. Career high year was 2017, 16-3 with the Dodgers. Dodgers fans, I know you have fond memories of Alex Wood in 2017. Then 2018 was another good year. Then he went to the Reds, which didn't make sense to me at all. It was not good with the Reds. It never made sense to me from the beginning. That was the deal. It was Wood. It was Puig going to the Reds. Didn't work out. Then he went back to LA in 2020. It was bad, but again, we throw out the 2020 numbers, and he bounced back big way with the Giants last year. 10-4, 3.83 ERA. I like Alex Wood. He gets a little bit more money than Cobb, which is deservedly so. You know what the ceiling is with Alex Wood. The ceiling for Alex Wood is an ERA in the high 2s. I mean, he's great. I like the deal. We got Hope with a B, Smart Boy B, Robert C, Mark C, Lil Bimbo B, Lionheart B, Emmanuel lowercase b, Slider B, some B pluses, some Bs, solid B, Rocky. All I know is Chris Taylor better be an A plus. We will see. Unbiased Dodger fan. There you are. You are back. I don't know if I saw it, but I don't know. Did you hear me? I said that if you came back, if you were still around, we were going to go back and proactively give Andrew Heaney a F plus. And you are here. You are back. Andrew Heaney gets one step up. We go to F plus for Andrew Heaney. I feel like Alex Wood is a B plus. A lot of B's in the chat. I feel like Alex Wood is a B plus. So let's go there for Alex Wood. It's a very nice. It's a good deal. He's not cheap. All right. It's a team friendly deal because it's only 2 years. He's going to deliver for you. Giants fan. Again, we talked about it with Cobb. The way the Giants pitching coaches are working with these pitchers, it's a good deal. It's almost an A. It's very close to being an A. I'll give it a B plus. Doesn't miss his starts. Works fast for defense. Mark, I love it. Unbiased Dodger fan, listen. If Heaney does it for the LA, I will eat my words. You can come in the chat and you can go ham on the chat if Andrew Heaney goes out there and has an A plus season. I will give you the reins. I will give you the floor. I hope for the Dodgers. I hope he does. Ray is on the list. Ray's coming up. Ray is on slide 5. Let's go to Mark Canna. I really like Mark Canna. Comment what you think about for Mark Canna. As we start to move down, we get to the bigger deals. Mark Canna, 2 years, $26.5 million with a club option for $11.5. So he's getting more than Escobar, and Escobar is our only A. The only A was Eduardo Escobar because it's $10 million a year and you got a club option for a third year. So I love that deal. Mark Canna, I really like Mark Canna, and I think he's one of the more underrated players in baseball. Now that he's in the major market, New York, I think he will be on everybody's radar. That underrated thing will be gone because I think Mark Canna is going to pop 20, 21, 22, 23 homers. He's going to give you an OPS close to 800. That is good. You're giving him a little bit more money. He doesn't have as much versatility as Cabrera. You know, you can put Canna in multiple outfield positions, but essentially he's a corner outfielder. Some A's and some B's. Ball 4, solid B. Pando, B. Emmanuel A, easy. Slider B plus. Jim, the Giants have a cobweb in their rotation. I like that. That's good. Brandon A minus. Robert B. Mark A. Ken has versatility of playing different positions. Can he play first? I feel like he's mainly a corner outfielder. Midwest Sports C. 49er Media B. I don't think Canna could play center field. Good on base percentage. I do like Canna. One of my favorite things. I love ball players that can post an on base percentage 100 points higher than their batting average, and he goes above and beyond that. He goes about 120 points above his batting average. I really like Mark Canna. I can't give it an A. It's close. Mark Canna gets a B plus. I really like what the Mets did on that Friday. I really do. I know you didn't get Chris Bryant. I know you didn't get Javi Baez, and Javi Baez is officially gone. There's still Mets fans holding out hope for Chris Bryant. But listen, you got an A from Escobar. You get a B plus from Canna. You're going to get a good grade from me on Marte. I'm going to give it a B plus. Derek, you got B minus. B on his versatility. Sounds like the Mets did well with versatility with Canna and Escobar. They certainly did. Nice on base percentage. Yeah, if he ever hits, look at his. If you go back to his 2019 season, if he gets his batting average up, I mean he's out of control. He hit 273 in 2019. That's the high water mark. That on base percentage stayed right at that about 120, 130 points above. So his on base percentage was 396. It pushed his OPS over 900 that year in 2019. He hit 26 home runs. 2019, that's the high water mark. That's what you're hoping for. I think you'll get close to that with the Mets. Great deal. Great deal for Mark Canna. Nimmo 2.0. You like Nimmo. You like Canna. It is good stuff. The top of that Mets lineup is going to be tough. Good additions by the Mets. All right, let's go to Anthony Descalfani. Bro, will you give Heaney a C? The Dodgers are great reclamation projects. We'll see. We will see. He can play center. I didn't know he could play center. If he could play center, then you like that even more. I mean, you got Starling Marte. You're not going to need him to play center. And Nimmo. Nimmo can play center, so you don't need him. Let's go. Anthony Descalfani. Where do you grade Descalfani? A, B, or C? I think realistically, right? That's what we're looking at. We're not going below C. No way. I don't even know if we're going to go below a B. I feel like Anthony Descalfani is a good pitcher. Daniel, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Ballcap Nation, Daniel. I really like Descalfani. I feel like Descalfani was the biggest snub from the All-Star game. I understand he has a rough time pitching against the Dodgers. Giants fans, you will tell me that you like Descalfani, but he gets crushed by the Dodgers. And it's true. But listen, if he can pitch against everybody else and figure it out against the Dodgers and at least pitch to keep them in the game, then that's what you go. That's what you do. Anthony Descalfani, 3 for 36. Fair deal, in my opinion. I like the deal. They don't get sucked into a long contract. He went 13-7 last year with a 3.17 ERA. You're paying him for his age 32, 33, and 34 season. It's all good with Descalfani. I'm going to give Descalfani a B. I see some A's. I see some B pluses. I see an A minus from AJ. I see some C's from Robert, 49er Media, and Wayne. I'm going to give Descalfani a straight up B. Ball 4, Marte and Scherzer received all the attention for the Mets, but looking closer at Canna and Escobar, they may be the best moves the Mets did in the last week. Yeah, for sure. Lionheart B+, Slider B-, could have used an upgrade in Disco. C. Descalfani at B, Pando B, Smart Boy, you got B+, Ball 4, Pando, everybody coming in with some deals. Simply Fog, we did see that. 1 year, $600K. Good deal. I don't know much about him. I think Cubs fans are happy with that deal. Unbiased Dodger fan, let's be honest. What are the odds of Giants being a 90-win team next year? I think there's a very good chance that they could get to 90. Now, will they get to? I think more likely is 95 or more. That then we start looking at them getting close to that 100 win mark. I don't know if they win 100 games again, but are they in the mix for the wild card? If the Dodgers fall off, are they in the mix to maybe grab some games that way? I think the Giants are a 90-win team like next year. Let's go to Matz. I see some of you jumping on Matz. Give me your thoughts on Steven Matz. He's next. 4 years, $44 million. You might not give him an A or a B for how the business was handled. I think I did the poll on the channel. Most of you were on Matz's side. I don't know if you took that poll, but the majority of you were all about, you were on Matz's side with the whole thing with Matz and Cohen. 4 years, $44 million for a guy that went 14-7 last year with a 3.82 ERA, made 29 starts. It was good. Bounced back, worked with Pete Walker well, got the bounce back. I think that what you saw last year, you will see more of if he can continue what he learned with Pete Walker. We looked at when Matt's got his deal, we looked at why I believe Matt is going to continue to put up 2021 numbers. He got his location right. Whatever he did with his mechanics, where he's standing on the rubber, his breathing technique, whatever it is, he got his location tighter. We saw the slider was elevated. I believe that was in 2019, 2020. Here were his problems. The slider was elevated. The changeup was all over the place. The sinker was in too many different locations. In 2021, he narrowed things up. The sinker was in the perfect location to complement the changeup, and the changeup was falling bottom of the zone. The sinker was sort of, if you were a righty batter coming in tight, those two pitches complemented themselves perfectly. After years where the ball was all over the place and the slider was elevated, he didn't do that last year. So whatever was going on with how Pete Walker got Matt's on track, I think he's got to keep doing it, right? If he goes to the Cardinals and they try to mess with him, then Steven Matz could go back to that 2019, 2018 Steven Matz, with a 3.97 and a 4.21. He's got to keep doing what he's doing. All right, that's a whole lot on Steven Matz. That's more than you needed. Let's go Steven Matz. B minus, C. Let's go Steven Matz, 4 for 44. I'm going to give it a B. Let's move on to Justin Verlander. We can be quick on Verlander because we don't know if this Verlander deal, word is it's not official. Verlander deal not official. He's going to have to get that figured out after. 1 year for $25 million and a player option for $25 million. Essentially, it's a $50 million deal. F for missing the deadline. Justin Verlander, for me, you guys come in. Let me know what you think about Verlander. We don't know what Verlander's going to give him. We don't know. And the player option, the fact that it didn't get done, all of that, I'm going to go C+ on Verlander. Let's go C+. You guys let me know what you think. Conrad, can you go lower? Again, I know a lot of you, for it not being official, right. You got to think it's going to get worked out, though. They will get it worked out after the deadline. Derek, A+. Derek, Astros fan, loving the deal. You know, I think it will be official. That will be the deal he plays under. But I just don't like the player option, because if he goes out next year and he's bad, if he doesn't have it, then you're stuck with him for another year at $25 million of premium salary. Let's go to Avisel Garcia. 4 years, $53 million, club option for the 5th year at $12 million for Avisel Garcia. He is coming off a career year with the Milwaukee Brewers. 29 home runs, most he's ever hit. 86 RBIs, the most. 820 OPS, that's the second highest of his career. That is about 70 points above his career average. Give me your thoughts. Give me your grade for Garcia. I really like it. Yep, incomplete on Verlander. I see you guys. A for Garcia. Avisel Garcia, B+. Patrick Boyle, A minus. The AAV on it is really good. And what he could do is really good. Here's the thing. is that he's got a good ceiling, right? Pushing 30 homers, an 800 OPS guy, but he's also kind of got a low floor, all right? I mean, 12 homers, 13 homers, 18 homers. You know, that was a few years ago, but I'm still going to give it a good grade. Some A's, some B pluses. B plus, I am going to give Avisail Garcia to the Marlins a B. Straight up B. I'm not going to go B plus because, again, his floor, he'll give you some quality play, but I feel like Miami needs to make a splash, and I just don't want the Garcia deal to prevent them from getting Castellanos. I don't know. I'm putting other pieces into the mix here, and maybe that's affecting my decision, but I'm going to give it a B. He will be a leader on the team. B is not a bad grade. We've got some very good. We gave Descalfani a B. B's a solid grade. I just can't go B plus. I can't go A. So I'll go B. John Gray is next. Give me your John Gray. 4 years, $56 million for John Gray. At this point, he is the number one for the Rangers. Last year, 4.59 ERA. Let me pull up his splits. Because more interesting to me for John Gray is how he has pitched on the road. I'm going to pull up his splits real quick. We are not going to sit on John Gray for too long. We're going to keep it moving. John Gray, home and away. Let's take a look at the numbers. Let's see it load. On the road, all right, this is what I was worried about. John Gray at home, 4.54 ERA. At home. On the road, 4.65. That's not good. The batting average against is 257 at home. It's 263 on the road. He's actually been hit harder when he goes away from Coors Field. We got B's, we got C's, we got B minuses. B, A, good deal will be good in that park. We got C. I like John Gray. Rocky, 1 year deal, he would have been a B plus. He was overpaid. I think it was just maybe one too many years. I would have liked to have seen John Gray go 3 years. Hope you got the A. Dragon Wolf B, Joey D, Elijah C, Rocky, overpaid. Brad, he actually pitched better at court. Yeah, he did, which is crazy. Andy's the number one. Nice job, Texas. That's funny, Muttley. I know. Forever Tricks B. I'm torn. I don't want to sit too long on John Gray. I'm gonna give John Gray. I'm gonna give it a B minus. Let's go B minus on John Gray. 1 year too many. If it was a 3-year deal at that same AAV, I would be okay with it. Now, John Gray's not old, right? John Gray, this is going to be his age 30 season. So you're buying his early 30s. So you're going to be okay, but I'll give it a B minus. I'm kind of going back and forth between B minus and C plus. I'm tough. I'm having a tough time. I'll leave it with B minus. I might go back and change it. Let's go to Raisel Iglesias. 4 years, $58 million for Iglesias to go back to the Angels. We talk about how the Angels need pitching. They get the closer back. The best closer on the market, in my opinion. Coming off a season where he converted 34 of 39 saves, posted a 2.57 ERA, a career-high K per 9 rate at 13.2. Raisel Iglesias. Yes, Midwest Sports. John Gray got years on Marcus Stroman. You got more. This might be the second, or it might be the second one. What was the AAV on that? What was the yearly number on that? 10 this year, and then 16 the years after. For again, maybe he was the best closer available on the market. Yup, it's the second A. It's an A. You go out and get the best closer. You're having trouble attracting the starting pitching. Make sure the bullpen is on point. This is our second A. The first A was for the Mets, and it was Eddie Escobar. Now, Raisel Iglesias is the second A. 4 years. It's his early 30s. $58 million. It's not out of the ballpark for what other top closers are getting. So I don't really think you can argue that they overpaid in a period of time where it looked like everybody was overpaying. I'm cool with it. I give it an A. What happens next year? He blows 11 saves and you realize you owe him $45 million. Michael, that's a great point. I mean, that's with everybody though, right? I mean, realistically, that's everybody you bring in. You give them the pay, and then they go out there and they stink. The reason why it's good is he hadn't done that. How many closers can you say have consistently been the guy for as many years as Raisel Iglesias has? I mean, Kirby Yates. We talk about Kirby Yates. A lot of B's and A's when we talked about Kirby Yates. Kirby Yates, 2 years of closing. We talked about Kendall Graveman. Kendall Graveman has 10 saves, period. Done. Stop. So we're looking at a guy who's been a career closer. He has been the closer 5 years. 5 years he's been a closer. He is 140 out of 161 on his save opportunities for his career. He's a career closer. You don't see a lot of them. It's a good move. Let's move on to Chris Taylor. Chris Taylor, give me your grade for Chris Taylor. 4 years, $60 million. In my opinion, not an overpay. At a time when there was a lot of overpaying going on, Chris Taylor got what I believe was fair market value. Entering his age 31 season, so this will take him to 35. 20 homers last year with Corey Seager going away, with Trey Turner being a free agent at the end of next season. If they can't lock in Trey Turner, Chris Taylor becomes even more important after losing Seager. Where are we putting the Chris Taylor deal? We got D, A+, B, A, B, B+, A+, A. Jeff, good to see you in. Welcome in, Jeff. Hob, B. Pando, A-. Unbiased Dodger fan, A+. Fat Boys, A. Joey, B. Jonathan, Dodgers need this deal for sure. They did. For so many reasons they needed this deal. So many reasons. There was a mass exodus taking place. I mean, Scherzer and Seager and Knebel. Don't know what's going to happen with Jansen. Don't know what's going to happen with Kelly. Max Muncy's coming back slowly from his recovery. Chris Taylor gets an A. We go back to back on the A's. We get our second and third A's on this page. I don't know if I'm going A+. It's the closest to an A+ that we could get. It's at least an A. I like the deal. Derek, you got B. Smart Boy, B+. Mark, B+. Jacob, C. A very clutch player. One of the key components to that Dodger team. You needed to get him back. It looked like the Blue Jays might have been close to swooping in. The Red Sox close to swooping in. All of that going on. I think it's an A. A for Chris Taylor back to the Dodgers. We like that. All right, let's keep it going. We got one more page to do. And it's the big one. It is the top free agent signings of this free agent period to this point. Again, smash that like if you haven't hit the like yet. Let's get to it. Slide 5 of 5. Let's do this thing. I'm excited to do this page. I really am. This one's going to be fun. Let's start it off. Marcus Stroman. 2 years, $50 million. Player option for the third year at $21 million. A weird deal. Very strange deal for Marcus Stroman. At his age, listen, you got deals coming in with players that at that age, they're trying to get longer deals because here's what's going to happen. He's entering his age 31 season, so he'll take that player option. He will be a free agent again when he's 34. So instead of trying to get a higher AAV further into his 30s, He's going to be back on the market in 3 years when he's 34. It's going to be hard for him to get good AAV at the age of 34. It's going to be hard. My Cubs fans that are in here, this was an exciting move for you guys. This is a move that says we are not going to sit quietly. We will not go quietly into the night. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate Marcus Stroman Day. Okay? I understand that. It's just a weird deal. B plus A, D, all B's. They're overpaid. Emmanuel coming through. A for the player, C for the team. I don't even know if it's an A for Marcus Stroman. I don't even know. Stroman is a B. Too much money for a number 4 in the rotation. He's going to be the number 1. He's going to be the number 1. I should say, you got Kyle Hendricks. Kyle Hendricks, we'll call Kyle Hendricks the number 1. And Marcus Stroman the number 2. In a championship contending team, he's probably the 3. We got C minus, C plus, B, C. I mean, he's going to be there for 3 years. B minus, C minus. I am going to go. It won't go well, Joey. I am going to go. It's just a weird deal. This is maybe the weirdest deal that was signed. I'm going to go B minus. It is weird. Randy, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Ballcap Nation, Randy. I'm going to go B minus. I don't want to go C. I don't want to go there, but I'm going to go B minus. It's a weird deal. I see some C pluses. Sandy City A plus as a Cubs trade chip, potentially. Very well. Very true. Big boy, you've got the B. Could be traded. A good call on the could be traded part. He's a 500 pitcher, but he's posted a decent ERA in his career. 3.63, that's not amazing. Hordes, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Ballcat Nation. The 3.63 is not amazing, but last year a 3.02 ERA and to have a losing record is not his fault. All right, let's keep going. Stroman took the deal because the Mets didn't want to give him what he wanted. There could have been a vendetta going there. I know Marcus Stroman likes to put out the positivity, but he's got a chip on his shoulder, and that is very visible. And that could very well be the case. That this was you know what? Screw the Mets. I'm going to go here. Going to trade him at the deadline. If this is a trade chip, a straight up B kind of starts to come into play. All right, let's keep going. Eduardo Rodriguez to the Tigers. 5 for $77 million. 5 for $77 million for Eduardo Rodriguez. Eddie Rodriguez. Really, you could argue the first big chip that came off the board. You don't love 2021. All right, 4.74 ERA. However, the man caught COVID in 2020, had a hard time coming back, didn't play in 2020 because of COVID, dealt with a whole lot of after effects, lingering COVID issues. So that 4.74 ERA, that's probably not who he is unless whatever happened to him with COVID is going to be something with him for the rest of his, for the rest of right now anyway. What he did in 2019, 19-6 with a 3.81 ERA, 3.82 in 2018. You're looking at a guy who, when he's pitching at his best, is pitching in the high threes. Give me your grades. B, B, C, A, B minus, C, D plus, B, 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 C. What's up, Kyle? Welcome in. B, B. A lot of B's for Eddie Rodriguez. I like what the Tigers said with that deal. I like the statement they made. He could be done. The deal is after he's got a player option. So if he is pitching really well, he could bounce. Look at the two Tigers deals on here. Both player options after 2023. I feel like Baez will opt out because Baez at that point could go out and try to lock in another 6-year deal for maybe more if he's playing well. Or if the Tigers don't take the jump that they're trying to make the moves to, he could just bail and go somewhere else. Some C's, some B's, D, too much money, Rocky B. Derek C minus, fair contract, both sides. I'm going to give Eduardo Rodriguez. Again, there's the unknown of, are these COVID after effects going to be with him? I'm going to give this a C+. I want to give it a B. I give it an A for, well, I don't even know if I give it an A for effort. I give it a B for effort from the Tigers. It just, I would almost rather that be a club option after 2023. Those contracts don't work like that. You don't sign him and then have a club option after 2 years. That doesn't happen. Then you basically have a contract like you have in football. But I'll give it a C+. If he's going to be a guy with an ERA in the high 4s, that's not going to help the Tigers. If he's a guy with an ERA in the high 3s, that helps. But could be better. I'm not psyched about the deal. Again, I like what they're trying to say with the deals, but there we go. Let's go Starling Marte. 4 for 78. We have given some good grades on the previous deals for the Mets Friday signings. Give me your grade for Starling Marte. Marte, coming off a 2021 season where he posted an 841 OPS, stole 47 bases in Miami and Oakland. So technically, he didn't lead the league because 22 with Miami, 25 with Oakland, that wasn't enough. But I do believe the total tied for the Major League Baseball lead with 47 steals. Switching leagues, that'll mess up your counting stats. But he gets the 841 OPS, hit 310. The pop was down. The power was down. So a guy that can hit 20, 23 home runs, the high water mark is 23 in 2019, 20 in 18, he hit 19 in 2015. He's got the pop. Wasn't really there in 2021, but he was great on the bases. You love a guy that only hits 12 home runs but can post an OPS of 841. So where do you give what do you give this Starling Marte deal? 4 for 78 is the number. I know the numbers are broken out differently, but essentially it equates to about $19 million a year. I do like the deal. We got some A minuses, we got some B's, we got some A's, B plus, A, B, A. I'm going to give the Starling Marte deal a B plus. I'm not going to go quite to the A level. I will give Starling Marte a B plus. Whoops, that's wrong. Here it is. B plus for Starling Marte, in my opinion. Let's go to Kevin Gausman. Blue Jay fans, what are you feeling? You didn't get Robbie Ray. We're going to do Robbie Ray next. You get Kevin Gausman. Jays fans that are not happy with the deal, point to his time with the Orioles, point to his second half from 2021. Giants fans that I've talked to have said they're going to miss Kevin Gausman. Patrick Boyle, thank you for the donation. Too much money for his age. Great for him, bad for New York. Talking about Starling Marte. Talking about Starling Marte's age, this will be his age 33 season. So you get age 33, 34, 35, and 36. Age 36 season, if you can always move him to the corner outfield, and if it's not working there, you're going to have the DH. So you hope that maybe that can help out. Kevin Gausman, 5 for 110. Here's what you like about the deal for Kevin Gausman. The Blue Jays wanted him. The Blue Jays wanted him. They've tried to get him 2 other times before this. They go and get him. So they see something there. Pete Walker, Kevin Gausman must be a wet dream for Pete Walker because they chose Gausman over Robbie Ray. The two basically got the same amount of money. Jays fans, A+. Dreams come true, B+. B+ Sean, C Mark, L1, A+, Jacob, A-. Gausman over Ray any day. Nestor, B. I feel like Kevin Gausman, This one's tricky because I am a Jays fan. I was excited when the deal came down, trying to look at it straight down the line. Oh, man. Kyle, you've got the A. Pando, the A. Why not an A? Why not an A? This is why I'm leaning away from an A. He's got a career ERA of 4.02. Last year was great, 2.81. 2020 was 3.62. He's got a career ERA of 4.02. And he's getting into his 30s. Robbie Ray's a year younger. Ugh. That's why I'm struggling. I'm going to go B+. Rocky, thank you for the donation. Pete Walker and Gausman, a match made in heaven. It could very well be. I am going to go B+ on Kevin Gausman. I'm going to go B+. And maybe because I'm a Jays fan, I'm not going A. I don't know. A lot of A's in the chat. Don't forget Pete Walker. I know that. Again, for what Kevin Gausman is a Pete Walker wet dream apparently, because they've been trying to get him for years, and they finally get him and they lock him in. But I keep looking at that 4.02 career ERA, and I look at the fact this is going to be his age 31 season. Now the good news is you're done with him when he's in his mid 30s, so that's good. The fact that he's the top of the rotation guy is really good. It's hard to get the A's. It is hard to get an A from me. We've given out 3, I think. The only A's to this point, Chris Taylor, Raisel Iglesias, and Eduardo Escobar. Those are the only A's to this point. The A's are tough to get. I'm giving it a B+. Let's go to Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray, 5 for 115. Robbie Ray, the AL Cy Young Award winner, the Pete Walker project that went so right. So right. 248 strikeouts, a 2.84 ERA, leading the league in both of those categories, an 11.5 K per 9 rate, a 2.4 walk per 9 rate, the lowest of his career. This will be his age 30 season. So again, he's a year younger than Gausman. We got some A's. Dreams Come True is mad. El Gringo is mad. I know. But let's be real. It's a D for the Blue Jays, okay? I'm with you guys on that. Midwest Sports, D-. Robbie Ray is a 1-year Pete Walker special. That's the worry. That's why, Rocky, you give him an A. I'm not giving this an A. If Robbie Ray went back to the Blue Jays, it would be an A for me. All right? He did not. He went to the Mariners. He's leaving Pete Walker. Okay? We got some A's. We got some B+, some B's, some A's. That deal will bite the M's. I don't know. You're done with him at age 34. Right when you maybe have a fall off is age 34. Some A-minuses. I'm going to give Robbie Ray to the Mariners. It's not an A. If he was staying with Pete Walker, it would be an A. It's a B. The question is it a B or a B+? I think he keeps it going. I think he can keep it going. I just don't. I just listen. If he gets in a rut, he can't. Maybe he'll still call up Pete Walker and ask for some advice, but not if Seattle's coming to town or Toronto's coming to town. Pete Walker's not going to give him any advice. So I'll give it a B+. Let's go to Max. We got the 4 biggest deals. The 4 biggest deals. This might be the most controversial deal. Mets fans absolutely love it. The rest of baseball kind of scratching their head. The guy sets the AAV record. Max Scherzer, 3 for 130. Give me your grades for Max Scherzer. Experienced dead arm with the Dodgers. He said it was because they started to work back his innings. And if you just let him go, let him pitch, his arm's ready for that, and he would have been fine. But the Dodgers started to monitor his innings, unlike what Washington had done. Give me your grade. A plus easy. A big time. A big time. A plus. A. I have to almost separate myself from the fact of looking at this Max Scherzer deal. I mean, okay, here's the question. How do we look at this Max Scherzer deal? Do we look at it in a vacuum and forget about the fact that Mets fans, you could have had Javi Baez and Robbie Ray. You could have had Javi Baez and Robbie Ray or Scherzer. And if you're looking at it from that point of view, Max Scherzer deal is not an A. But could you really have had Robbie Ray and Javi Baez? Javi Baez, the word was those two were talking and wanted to get a deal done, and then just things didn't fall the right way for the deal to get done. I did read that report about Baez and the Mets. They could have got the deal done. The Mets went in another direction and signed those 3 players on Friday. That was basically the end for Baez. And we heard rumors of Ray and the Mets being linked together, but don't know if that was actual real. Give me your grades. The grades are coming in fast for Scherzer. It does feel like a little bit of an overpay. Were the Dodgers really that close? Were the Dodgers in the same ballpark? How much more did the Mets give Max than the Dodgers were willing to go? At the end of the day, Max Scherzer and Jacob deGrom, it's a great 1-2 punch at the top of that rotation. I see all the A's. I'm going to go B+. For everything, all of those items combined, it's a B+. And listen, guys, I'm still giving it a B+ after saying, again, the A's are hard. We've only done 3. Okay, how many players have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 9 players a slide. This is the 5th slide. We've only given out 3. We got 40. We've got almost 50 players that we're grading. We've only given out 3 A's. So the A's are hard to get. B+ with everything I just said is actually pretty good. I understand if you want to give him an A, that is you are perfect. You are allowed to do that. I give it a B+. The age, the arm, what it restricts you being able to do moving forward, the other pieces you could have gotten with that same amount of money. That takes me out of the A. But what sort of balances it out almost is the fact that now you have 2 of the top 5 starting pitchers at the top of that rotation. It's ultimately a good move. Let's go to Javi Baez. Javi Baez is next. 6 years, $140 million. A player opt out after the 2023 season. So this could end up only being a 2-year deal if Javi Baez goes off and can get a higher AAV via free agency coming out of his age 30 season, or if the Tigers project that they're trying to become a contender, if that doesn't work, then Javi Baez can opt out. So you got Baez. What's the deal? 6 for $140. I'll be honest with you. If Baez had gone back to the Mets on this deal, I might have given it an A. Without the player opt-out. I don't think he would have had a player opt-out with the Mets. If Baez went back to the Mets, I might have given it an A. Some B's, some B-, an A, a B. Javi Baez, 6 for $140. Last year, a combined .813 OPS between the Cubs and the Mets for his career. A .783 OPS guy. He strikes out a lot. I really thought that was going to play in a bad way with the New York fans. But listen, the strikeout rate stayed about where it was for his career, the actual rate. But he played well. A .299 batting average with the Mets. People. At no point over the course of a season had he hit that high before. The highest he had hit prior to that was .290 in 2018. Now, I understand it's only 47 games, and he goes into major slumps. Thank you for the super chat, Luis D. For what the Mets money for Marte, which ends in his 30s. Great for the Mets. Gold glove at center field, which is lacking. Robbie Ray would have cost the Mets a first-round pick. I understand the pick thing. I understand. It's not your early. It's not a first-round pick. You don't lose your first-round pick anymore. You don't lose your highest pick. Do the Mets have multiple first-round picks? You don't lose your highest pick. You lose the pick after that. That did change within, they renegotiated that at some point. You don't lose your highest pick anymore. B, a lot of B for Javi Baez. I like it. I like the move. I like the Tigers doing it. I'm going to give it a B. I'm going to give it a B for this reason. Tigers. It could be a 2-year deal. That's it. He could be gone after 2 years. If you're really trying to say we're going to be winning for the future now, we're going into a 5 to 10 year window where we expect to compete. I would like to have the opt out after maybe the 3rd or 4th year. Opting out after 2 years essentially makes it a 2-year deal. Baez is very streaky. Yes, he is, Dale. Very notorious strikeout guy. Rocky with a C+. They do have multiple first-round picks, so they would have lost a first-round pick. It wouldn't have been their earliest pick. It would have been a later first-round pick. If Baez had gone back to the Mets, I would have given it an A. That would have been an A move for me. I'll give it a B. I see the chat kind of split between A, B, and C. Let's go Marcus Semien next. 7 for 175. Jays fans, I know you're going to RIP Marcus Semien. He gets, it's an A move for the dollars. It is to be determined if it is an A move for a winning mindset. Not a good ballpark for him to play in. We got some A+ all the way. We have picked up some new Ranger fans to Ballcap Nation here with all of the Ranger moves, with the live streams. So I appreciate my new Ranger members, subs. Marcus Semien, 7 for 175. Where do you put it? Coming off the best season a second baseman has ever had. 45 homers, 102 RBI. I'm pretty sure you've probably had higher RBI counts from second baseman, but you've never had a second baseman hit 45 home runs in the history of baseball. They get a great player. Is he going to be that guy? This is the question. Is he going to be that guy? Or is he going to be the guy that he was in 2020? Now, I know there was some time he was hurt. He was better later in 2020 and in the postseason. Is he the 2018 guy? Is he the 2016 guy? He has been 3 different versions of himself over his career, and you're paying him to his late 30s now. I give the deal a B. I give it a B for those reasons. You are paying him to his late 30s. They're the only team that were going to go 7. I think 6 would have been better. Again, there's 3 different versions of Marcus Semien. There is the 10 to 15 homer guy with a 700 OPS. There is the 45 homer guy, MVP candidate from 19 and 21. And there's the guy that maybe just isn't interested if you're not in the postseason hunt. And if the Rangers aren't in the postseason hunt, what version of Marcus Semien do you get? That's my only question. Still going to give it a B. B is a good grade. Remember, we've only given out 3 A's, so it's hard to get an A. We give it a B. Last player on the board, it is Corey Seager. He's gotten better every year since 2020. 2016 was a great year. Then he kind of went backwards in 17 and 18. Big jump in 2019. Marcus Semien was not really looked at as a major player until 2019. Broke out. Age 28 season, that's when you're going to break out. Those are you're getting in your prime years. 27, 28, those are your prime years. 2020, again, we throw away most of 20. We throw away 2020 for everybody, okay? So we're not going to hurt him for 2020. The 2021 bounce back was great. He had Vladdy hitting behind him. He's not going to have that again. Raul, Semien is going to have 3 good years left. There is a good, over that 7 years, you're going to have the 15 to 20 homer season. It's just going to happen. You're going to have the 706 OPS season. There's going to be a couple of those years in there. You're not going to, he was paid for what he did in 2021. Good for him. A deal for Marcus. But overall, let's go to Corey Seager, though. Let's get to Corey Seager. 10 years, $325 million for Corey Seager. I hate to keep doing this. There are holes that you can poke in all of these guys. Here's my only worry about Corey Seager. He played 26 games in 2018. He played 95 games in 2021. He played 134 games in 2019. He still led the league in doubles that year. 134 games. He led the league with 44 doubles. That is my only concern with Corey Seager, is the injury history. Out of those 10 seasons, how many years does Corey Seager spent hurt? I think 10 is too long for Seager. He's just not elite defensively, especially with the elbow injury. He probably will have to move to third after, who's the third baseman right now? He'll probably start at short. I got to think he'll start at short. I guess here's the thing. You got Semien and Seager that in about 3 or 4 years, they both might need to move to third. Conrad, you've got it as the worst contract of all time. Wow. I don't know about that. Maybe we'll have to look up some of the other contracts. Midwest Sports, you've got a D. Connor White, B-. Angel, A+. Listen, I want to know what unbiased Dodger fan thinks. I want your grade. I haven't seen it. Unbiased Dodger fan, I want your grade. I'm scrolling back up to see if I see a grade. Give me your grade. Dodger fans, you know Corey Seager. You're close to Corey Seager. What do you think about this deal? And Ranger fans, what do you think about this deal? Too many years from Wayne. John, giving it a C. 2-0 legend, you've got an A-. Dude got a Hall of Fame contract for no reason. Daniel, C+. Houston, B-. Depressed Rockies fan, D. Jake, B-. Night Owl, D. Joey, D. Arturus? I'm sorry if I hate messing your names up sometimes. Arturs, C. You got the C. 10 years is crazy. Zach, B+. Daniel, C+. I feel like Corey Seager. I mean, I'm not going to give it an A. Am I really? I'm torn. I am torn between B- and C+. I'm torn between B- and C+. B for him, C- for the Rangers. Right, exactly. It's not even an A for him because you don't know if they're going to win. There's still, outside of John Gray, there's not, the pitching isn't there yet. He can spend half the time injured. We got F from Moikai. We got B from Mason. Again, if I mispronounce your name sometimes, I truly do apologize for that. AJ, you've got the F. Matthew, B-. Lily one, F will be worse than the Pujols contract. Well, no, the Pujols contract went into his 40s. Pujols contract went into his 40s. The only saving grace is that he's entering his age 28 season. So you're done with him at 37. He's entering his age 28 season. He just played his age 27 season. He might still be 27. What's his birthday? April 27. So on opening day... Wait, what's that? On opening day, he'll be 27. But he turns 28 early in the season. Yo, I can't imagine doing it. All right, I'm doing it. I'm giving it a C+. I'm giving the Seager contract a C+. Again, somebody had it in the chat. I don't remember who it was. You just had it. It's not even an A for him. The money's great, but the dude could not be in the playoffs again. I mean, you hope that the Rangers can get it going, but he might not even make it. Jack Leiter, top 10 farm system Rangers are going to be cold by 2023. Jack Leiter's good. Jack Leiter is going to be fast track. Jack Leiter, it's not going to take too long for Leiter to get there, but you don't know how Jack Leiter's going to pitch in the big leagues. We don't know yet. That's going to still be a question mark. No matter what the pedigree is, no matter how high of a prospect he is, we don't know what's going to happen when he gets here. There are a Mark Apple, How'd Mark Apple work out? There are plenty of pitchers. It could be a toss-up. He got the World Series with the Dodgers. He might not see the playoffs again. B- because he'll get traded to the Yankees in 3 years. That could happen. That could happen. But the problem is the contract is going to be such that the Rangers are going to have to eat some of that probably. If they want to get anything back from the Yankees of value. They want to get a prospect back. Unbiased fan said 7 for 250 club for 8 would have been perfect. Right, exactly. It's a couple years too long. That's it. That is it. This was fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I want you, Jim, good to see you in here. Jim, I hate to tell you this, but we are going to start to wind down. We just finished going through and ranking all of the deals. So anybody that's just hopping in now, I encourage you to rewind a little bit. Find the page that you want to see because we went from the smaller contracts. We started with Clint Frazier. Here we are at Corey Seager 2 hours later. So I appreciate everybody that has been here. A lot of you have been here for the majority of the stream. So I appreciate you being here for that. Ballcat Nation, again, you are legendary. Again, a great stream today. I appreciate you guys. We take a diversion from all the negativity today. And I think this was a lot more fun. I think that was a lot more fun. I got to go because I got to go grab lunch and then I got to go pick the kids up from school. That's the problem. So I hope you had fun. We will keep this. My goal during this period is to provide a distraction from the lockout. That's going to be my goal. I want to make you laugh. I want to keep you entertained. I want to keep you engaged. That's the plan. I think my feeling tomorrow, the feeling could change, but I'm feeling like tomorrow we will grade the trades. It's a whole, there's a ton that you got to put on the screen to grade the trades because you got, it's not one for one. At the very least, you have 2 players you're talking about. In many instances, you got 5, you got 6, you got prospects that nobody knows anything about. So I think we're going to we'll dive into the trades. Mark, we will get there. I promise you, we will get there for sure. Thank you again, Matthew. Thank you for that. Thank you to everybody. Make sure to hit the like on the way out. Try to stay positive during this period, baseball fans. Don't live on the edge of your seat waiting for updates on the CBA talks because it's going to be bad news for a while. It's going to be a lot of posturing. It's going to be a lot of public. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Find the positives. That's what we're going to try to do. I appreciate every single one of you. Again, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hanging out on the stream. Thank you for participating. This was a lot of fun. We finished with only 3 A's out of this whole thing. Again, to recap, and then we'll bounce. The A's, Raisel Iglesias, Chris Taylor, and Eduardo Escobar. Those are the 3 A's. In my opinion, those are the best deals. You guys had other A's. That's cool. I set this thing up so that the live chat would replay with the video. So your vote, your grade for the deal lives on. It's there. I'm not going to edit this. If I edit it and clip and cut things, then we'll lose the live chat. I'm not going to edit it. Your grades will be there forever. We're going to leave the video up forever, so it will stay there. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you, too. We have a few new members today. We have a bunch of new subs today. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay close to the channel. More content is coming for sure. Let me get this out of the way. More content is coming for sure. Thank you guys again. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to go grab some lunch. I'm going to go pick up the kids. And, maybe we'll do an upload later. I don't know. I put a lot of prep into this. I don't know if I've got enough time to prep and upload. We'll see. Stay close to the channel. More content is coming. Paul, are you sure? I will look for you, Paul. You should have. I will look for you. Are you sure? Paul, do me a favor. Maybe unfollow and follow me again. I will find you, Paul. I will find you. All right, guys. Take care. I gotta go find Paul on Twitter. You guys have a good rest of your day again. Stay positive. Try to stay away from the news. I will find you, Paul. I promise. I'm going to find you. Guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you again for supporting the channel. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Peace out.